what is going on in the rental market?
It's a confusing time in the rental market.
It's a confusing time.
I think we're seeing a lot of availability on the market.
Yeah.
We're seeing prices come down because of that availability.
Yeah.
In some ways, we're seeing some landlords who don't accept that prices should come down.
Mm-hmm.
And we're seeing some
can't
tenants
afford that prices
yes.
to come down. Yeah.
And we're seeing some tenants who want prices to go even lower.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are now moving, even if they moved a year or two ago.
Right.
Because it's, the condo next door is $200 cheaper than mine right now.
Right.
That's worth it.
Yeah.
Even
in newer buildings where they know like the rents could get jacked up.
That's something that a lot of people actually actively avoid.
Okay.
Because, for the folks at home watching, if a building's built after November 2018, it's not rent controlled, which means that every year the landlord can raise the price by any amount. A lot of tenants are aware of this fact.
Yeah.
And they actively avoid those places because what might be a good deal right now becomes, 12 months from now, it's $400 higher in rent. And then
when the market turns,
yeah,
then you got to move, and then the market has turned and the rents are going to be higher.
Yeah.
But are you finding like the new buildings that come online, they do tend to get filled up at lower rents? So
newer builds have to have lower rents because of really multiple factors. If it's a brand new building, the entire thing's empty. Why would you rent one unit that's more expensive than the exact copy a floor away?
Yeah.
So they naturally kind of have a free fall in prices when they come online. And beyond that, people know a new building is not rent controlled. So they're more wary if they're going to move into it, they want to get a better deal.
And they know they're going to have to move in.
Yeah.
The macroeconomic thing that's happened, we just had a whole bunch of pre-construction completed that people aren't moving into.
Yeah.
But also our immigration went to zero. Right? So
yeah.
we were ram jamming the country full of people and they had to live somewhere, and now we're not. So
well, and I think even just beyond that, we sort of hit a maximum point for what rents can support. Traditionally rent is supposed to be about 1/3 of your income, right? That's
right.
The stress test for a landlord looking at a tenant.
Yeah.
And we were hitting the point where, a single bedroom condo is $2,500 a month. That's a lot more than 1/3 of most people's income per month if they're living alone. Right? We just sort of hit a breaking point, I think, with how high rents could go.
I don't know if that's going away forever.
No, it will come back. Rents will go up again. And I think that's why people are jumping at the opportunity to move now. You're able to be picky. There's a lot on the market, so as a tenant, you can take your time to look around. But it's also not going to be this cheap forever, and we will hit a point again where rents will go up.
The CMHC has been lending developers money to build rental units, right?
Yeah.
And the problem there has been, like they'll get, say, 95% of the value financing, and we'll fudge the numbers so they actually get more like 100%. Now these deals are going to close, and they had projected rents would be up $100, $200, $300 per unit, and they're actually down $100 or $200, $300 a unit. All of a sudden, these projects don't pencil. So you're going to see, I don't know if the CMHC gets in trouble, but you're probably going to see not any more of those new projects being launched. They were sort of a lifeline for developers because that was all they could really build right now. But that's probably drying up as well. So. That means rental supply in the long run will shrink as well.
Yeah, I will say on the topic of shrinking rental supply as well.
Shrinking rental supply.
We're seeing a lot of mom and pop landlords start to get more concerned about who they let into their units, right?
Yeah.
I have quite a few listings going on at the moment even, and they're saying it's okay if it sits empty an extra month. I want the right person in that unit.
Yeah.
I want to know somebody's going to take care of it. I want, these are mom and pop landlords, right?
Yeah.
It's their old condo and they've moved out and they're renting it out, right?
I'd say they're also getting out of the business, right? Like,
yeah.
A lot of people, like, we used to do a lot of like buy a house, rent out the basement. Now people are like, I don't want a tenant. I don't want to go to landlord tenant board. I just don't want to deal with any of that hassle.
Which,
and they're right, it's not fun.
And it's a shame too, because I want to see more mom and pop landlords. I don't want the big businesses running everything, right? It's, at the end of the day, I think tenants are happier when they can call their landlord directly, and
Totally.
9 times out of 10 it's a better experience.
People care. It's also their house. So I guess the long and short of it is, Ben.
Yeah, I
get out there and get your rental now. Maybe don't get in a new building. Get in a less new building, and plan to stick around.
Yeah, I think that's the positives of it. If you're looking to upgrade your rental, you want, move from that 1 bedroom to the 2 bedroom, something like that, now's the time. And, as a landlord, it's important to, again, think about who you want in your place as much as anything right now, and be willing to work with them, because the market isn't what it was 2 years ago. You're not going to get 10 offers on a place. You're going to wait, and maybe it's time to put that new coat of paint on, maybe it's time to upgrade the appliances, and maybe attract some tenants that you really want to stay in your place for a while.
Hope you found that hugely helpful. If you have any questions, shoot us an email, info@thinkto.ca. Talk soon.